ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ. ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.
Good morning, children. I am Mahesh Ballari, representing Diet of Koppal district. I feel honored to have been the opportunity to stand before you on this day. This is English class of standard 10th for third language children. Dear children, do you know what is change? Change is the life. Change is the challenge. Change takes place everywhere. This change has taken place in our education system also. Due to COVID, many changes have taken place here. Before, you are learning in the schools, you are learning in the classes, but now you are learning in a television, you are learning through multimedia. No matter how do we learn, no matter where do we learn, but the motto should be learning and learning. Due to COVID, the classes have come to your doors. Open the doors of confidence, learn with the passion, and say, no obstacles will pass our studies. No COVID will hold up our education. Hoping the best, we will begin the day's session. This is poem number 4, P-O-E-M, poem number 4, Noble Nature, written by Benjamin Johnson. Dear children, yesterday in the previous session we have discussed on the first part of the poem, and now we need to continue with the second part. Dear children, please look at the screen. You could see the two images. As we have discussed in the previous session, the comparison between the two different things is given here. Thing number 1 is a big oak tree and the second one is a small lily flower. Before beginning the session, it is better to get feedback from yesterday's homework. On the basis of first discussion of yesterday's class, we need to go with the answers of the homework part. Dear children, I hope that you have completed your homework and now you are ready with the homework for correction. Please look at the question number 1. Who has written the poem Noble Nature? Dear children, please look at the answer. Poem Noble Nature as written by Benjamin Johnson. Please look at the question number 2. What are the two things are compared here? The two things which are compared here are, number 1 is big oak tree and the second one is small lily flower. Question number 3. Name of the tree mentioned in the poem is oak tree, O-A-K. O should be in the capital as it is proper noun. Then we go for the fourth question. How long the tree was standing here? I mean, what is the lifespan of oak tree? We have discussed already that the tree oak was standing on the earth for at least 300 years. Please look at question number 5. How could the tree fall at the end? The tree could fall without leaves at the end. Then we go for the question number 6. Find out the rhyming word of the tree in the poem. Look at the word, children. It is given in the single inverted comma, T-R-E-E, tree. What is the rhyming word of the tree given in the poem? The rhyming word for the tree in the given poem is B-E, B, tree and B. Then, dear children, go for the seventh one. What is the new form of D-O-T-H, death? Death is the old form of English. The new form of D-O-T-H is does, D-O-E-S, an auxiliary verb of do form. I repeat, D-O-T-H, death is the old form, and the new form of death is D-O-E-S, does of do form. Now, please look at the question number 8. What does it refers in the poem? The word it is in the single inverted comma. It refers to oak tree in the poem. I repeat, it refers to oak tree in the poem. After the discussion of the first part, I mean the homework part, now we need to go for the continuation part of the poem Noble Nature. The poet Benjamin Jonson has written this wonderful, beautiful, which contained one moral message for human beings. Dear children, do you know the poet is questioning us? What are the questions? Question number 1. What is the perfect life? Question number 2. What makes the life of human beings perfect? I repeat, the questions of the poet are: what is the perfect life and what makes the life of human beings to get perfection? In the first stanza, as we have discussed yesterday, and I feel it is better to get feedback. In the first stanza, the poet is saying that it is not important to grow like a tree. The poet is saying that it is not important to grow like a tree in a great strength. The poet is saying us that it is not important to grow like a tree in a great size for living such a long 300 years. What happens at the end to the oak tree? The tree could fall without leaves, it dries. The branches of the tree bend down, and without contribution to the society, the oak tree will fall down. So the poet is saying us that there is no use of living like a oak tree for such a long year without contributing to the society. Then what the poet suggests us? Now we need to go with the second part, second stanza of the poem. Please look at the second stanza, children. The poet is saying that a lily of a day is fairer in May, although it fall and die that night. Lily is a flower which lives only one day, which lives for only one day. It dies that night, but also it looks very beautiful. Lily does not worry for its death. Lily does not worry for its death in a span of time, but living in a small, short span of time, it gives happiness to others. Lily is the symbol of light. Lily is the symbol of hope. Lily is the symbol of happiness. Lily is the symbol of joy. Lily is the symbol of beauty. Lily is the symbol of enthusiasm. Lily is the symbol of perfection. The poet is saying us that matter of size, matter of strength, matter of period is not at all the matter of the perfect life. The poet is saying in the third stanza that it was the plant and flower of light. Dear children, please look out the 8th line of the poem. The poet is saying that it was not the plant and the flower, but the poet is saying that it is the plant and the flower of light. Lily is not only a flower, lily is not only a plant, but it is the flower of light. It is the flower of plant of the light. The poet compares the lily to the light of the lamp. How the light of the lamp throws out the darkness, like that the lily throws out the darkness of our mind and hearts. We could see a beauty in the small proportions. See line number 9. In small proportions we just beauty see. The beauty is not in the big strength. The beauty is not in the big size. We can get the beauty in a small proportion. We can get the beauty in the small span, short of time. And in short measures life may be perfect be. See, the poet is saying that no matter of size, no matter of strength, and no matter of period is not at all the matter of the perfect life. The poet has given us two things as the examples for comparison. Please look at both the sides of the picture, dear children. One is the big oak tree and the second one is the small lily flower. Tree name is oak and flower name is lily. Oak tree is having a big strength and size, but lily is having a very small size. Oak tree lives for 300 years, but lily lives only for a day. But what kind of the life is the perfect? Whether living for 300 years? No. Living such a long year without contributing to the society is the waste of lifetime. The poet is saying us that the poet has given a wonderful moral message with the help of two examples, that living like a Lee with a lot of happiness, making others to happy is the real perfect life. So the poet concludes the poem with the wonderful message that we need to live like a lily but not an oak tree. Dear children, please look at the glossary of stanza number 1. As we have discussed already in the previous, please go through once again. The meaning of bulk, bulk, is a great size. DOTH, dearth, is nothing but new helping form of DOES, does. BALD, bald, meaning is without leaves. Sear, dried up. Dear children, now please go through the glossary of the present discussed stanzas. FAIR, fair. The meaning of fair is beautiful. LIGHT, light. The meaning of light in the poem is happy, pleasure, joy, enthusiasm. The meaning of proportion is ratio, a part or share of a whole. I repeat, proportion is nothing but ratio, a part or a share of a whole. Then the last word of the glossary part is measures. MEASURES, measurement. We need not to measure the life of the person on base of his great size and period, but we need to measure the life of the person on the base of his contribution. Dear children, after the completion of this poem, why now we need to go for the C1. C1 is nothing but comprehension. Comprehension is nothing but understand. how much we have understood the part of the poem we need to understand now. Comprehension part number 1, answer the following questions as they have given in your textbook. Please open your textbook. I feel you have opened already, and after the completion of the poem, you can get these questions. Please go through question number 1. What does it refers to the poem? Dear children, do you remember yesterday in the homework part, on the base of the discussion of the first stanza, we have discussed this. It refers to the oak tree in the poem. And dear children, go with the question number 2. What is the lifespan of an oak tree? The lifespan of oak tree is 300 years. Question number 3. What does the poet say about a tree? The poet says that living 100 years with a great size like oak tree is not the perfect life. I repeat, the poet says that living like an oak tree for 300 years without contributing to the society is not important. And question number 4. Dear children, please go through question number 4. When does the lily look more beautiful? We have discussed today about this lily. The lily flower looks more beautiful in the month of May. In the month of May. Now question number 5. Why is the lily called the plant and flower of light? I repeat, why is the lily called the plant and flower of light? The poet is saying the lily is not only a plant and not only a flower, but the poet says it is the plant and the flower of light because lily is like a light and it throws the darkness of our hearts. It gives enthusiasm to achieve something in our life. Now, question number 6. According to the poet, when is life seen perfection? According to the poet, the life seen perfection when we contribute to the society. The poet says it is not important how long we live, but it is important how contribution we give to the society. Dear children, please go through all the 6 questions and write down the answers with your own. And after this, we need to go for the second comprehension questions. Look at B part. Discuss in the class and answer the following questions. On the base of the discussion on the present topic, present poem, dear children, please give your answer on the question number 1. For the question number 1. Do you like this poem? Give reasons. Why do you like this poem, dear children? Please give reasons. I like this poem very much because it contained a moral message. It gives a wonderful message to our life. This poem tells us that living like oak tree for a long time is not a perfect life. This poem tells us that living like a lily flower and giving contribution in the short span of our life is important. Like this, you can write with your own words and sentences. Now, dear children, go with the question number 2. What do you learn from this poem? Do you learn something from the poem? Yes, definitely. You have learnt many things from this poem. This poem enlightens our hearts. This poem throws out the darkness of our minds. Living like oak tree for 300 years without contribution to the society is not use. This poem tells us that a lily which lives only for one day and gives happiness to the world is important. With the help of these two examples, we can learn that we also need to give contribution to the society in our short span lifetime. Now, question number 3. Have you come across anybody who has achieved a lot in a short span of time? If so, mention their names and achievements. Dear children, as the pre-reading task, in the first session we have discussed on the 4 great personalities who have lived only for span time and achieved a lot, like Swami Vivekananda, John Keats, Bhagat Singh. They have year only for 39 years, 26 years and 24 years each. Within their short span of time, they have achieved a lot, and still they are alive on the minds and hearts and tongues of millions together people of the world. So that the poet is saying that it is not important living such a long period without contributing, but it is important to live like a lily and contribute to the society in a positive way. After the discussion of this, dear children, now we can go for the C part of the comprehension. Please do not get confusion. This is not fill in the blanks. It is not filling the blanks. Just they have given you clues. With the help of the clues, you need to complete the summary. You need to write the summary of the poem. Please look at the screen. I will go through. What makes a man noble? The poet is asking us. What makes the man noble? The poet Benjamin Johnson compares two different things like an oak tree and a lily flower. The poet is saying us that growing like a tree, living such a long year does not make a meaningful life. The huge strengthened oak tree will come down, will bend down, could fall down after 300 years without use and without use. So that the poet is saying that we need to live like a lily flower which blooms in the month of May, and it lives only for one day. It dies that night also. It doesn't worry of its death. Though it dies, though it falls within a day, it never worries. It never fails unhappy. But within the short of time, it spreads the beauty and delight. So that the poet feels that the life of the lily flower is the real meaningful life. It is the real valuable life. The poet says to the human beings, the poet suggests us to spend the lifetime of ours like lily flower, and then our life will become noble and valuable one. Now we will come to the D part of the comprehension. Dear children, they have given you 4 words. I will read out. Word number 1, night. Word number 2, year, Y-E-A-R. Word number 3, be, B-E. And word number 4, day. They have given you, add only one rhyming word of your own. That rhyming word should not be related to your poem. N-I-G-H-T, night. The rhyming word of night is light, right, and you can write two more. Year, rhyming word of year, S-E-R-E, seer, they have given in the poem. And dear, you can write. Near, you can write. Question number 3, word number 3, the rhyming word of be is tree and me. Then we can go for the rhyming word number 4. Day, rhyme is may. Day, one more rhyme is say. You can write lay, bay also. Please work out yourselves. Write down few more rhyming words of these 4 words. I repeat, those 4 words are night, year, be, day. Please write down 4 more different rhyming words for these 4 words, and I hope you will do the same. Dear children, we will come to the last part of the poem. After the completion of this poem, after the completion of the discussion on the poem Noble Nature written by Benjamin Johnson, homework is given to you. Homework number 1, by heart the poem and write once in a week so that you will not forget till the examination. Question number 2, find out the rhyming words of the poem. You need to pick out the other rhyming words of the poem. Question number 3, write a brief summary of the poem. It could be helpful for you to get at least 4 marks in the examination. And question number 4, explain difference between oak and lily. As we have discussed already, what are the differences between a big oak tree and small lily flower? You could find out and explain, and please go through them, and definitely it will be helpful for not only examination but also your life. With this, I conclude today's session. I am Mahesh Ballari, representing Diet of Koppal district, and I hope you will follow the instruction given and do your level best. Thank you.
ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes, sir. Yes, teacher. Present, ma'am.